Hello, everybody. Welcome to our webinar. Please wait a moment. We are waiting all of our friends connecting to our webinar. Yes, now we don't have any video. Wait a moment. If anyone cannot hear my voice, please write in the chat room. Till all of our friends join the webinar, please write in the chat room your name, your company name, and your country. Thank you so much. All of you, please. Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to our webinar. Let's start our webinar. Today I want to talk about digital inputs. Of course, TIS bus digital inputs. Okay, as you know, TIS has a different type of digital module as a standalone like FORZIT, this module, or as a panel addition behind the Mars, Luna panel, or any type of other panel. And also we have another type of digital input in RCO. For example, here I have one RCO, 24R and 20Z. And we have another RCO such as 20R, 20Z, or RCO 8 in, 8 out, or we have panel addition, IR emitter, two digital input, and so. Okay. Now here I have one. Here I have one very simple sensor, NCNO sensor that's connected to my health sensor. And here I have ding dong traditional switch that I'm connecting to the FORZIT. And here I have another ding dong switch that I connected to my RCO. Okay, let's start. I'm starting from the TIS4 digital input or FORZIT. Okay, this is my TIS digital input. Okay, can everybody see my desktop? If anyone has a problem, please write in chat room. Okay. This is my TIS FORZIT, and this is the main page that I can see the location, MAC address, and also I can change the subnet ID and device ID here. And the next tab, dry contacts here. I can define my Z, and of course I can program what my Zs do. For example, here on the Z1, I have one door magnet, and on a Z2 and Z3, as I showed you before, I have two traditional sockets. The first thing that I can do, I can watch my status of my FORZIT. For example, here, if I'm connecting on the status, here, this button, I can see the status of my Zs. For example, here, digital input number 1 is disconnect, digital input number 2 is disconnect, digital input number 3 is disconnect, and digital input number 4 is disconnect. If I'm close the door and then I'm refresh my status, as you can see here, my status of digital number 1 changed to connect. It means that my door is closed. And if I'm opening again, the status changed to disconnect. Also, I have this status for traditional sockets. For example, here, if I'm connect my traditional sockets, you can see the digital input number 3 is connect. Okay, how I can program this? The first things that you have to do, you have to go to the type, and if you want to program one channel turn on when your door is open, and when the door is closed, the channel turn off, you have to put in mechanical switch here, this one, mechanical switch. For each digital input with mechanical switch type, there is two status, on and off. As you can see here, if I save here, here for digital input number 1, I have two status, on and off. The on means when the digital input in close, and the off means it's open. The circuit is open. You can program any input with the commands as you like. For example, you can turn on one light and turn off one light. You can open the curtain or close the curtain. You can turn on AC or turn off AC. You can do everything that you want in on status and in off status. The simple things now I have to program, I want to program. For example, imagine that we have a door magnet and I want to program. When the door is open, one of my relay channel turn on, and when the door closed, one of my relay channel turn off. It's very simple. Okay, what should I do? Here, as I said, it's better I put a comment. When it's on, it means that my door closed because my magnets connect to each other. Therefore, this one is door close. And this one, it means door open. Okay, here on the door open, double click here, or also you can press on the commands and write your commands here. For example, I want to turn on my dimmer channel number 2. Okay, this is the subnet ID and device ID of my dimmer. Single channel lighting, channel number 2, turn on. And for door close, 152, single channel lighting, channel number 2, off. Also, if I press on the delay here on this button, I can set a delay time. For example, I said after the door closed, for example, after 3 seconds, the light goes off. Actually, you know, you don't need to program 3 seconds because it's a very short time. Now, only for showing you what's these commands do, I set in 3 seconds. Okay. Let me share my video. Here, this is my door magnet. When I open the door, the light is on. And when I close the door, after 3 seconds, the light is off. Very simple. Very, very simple. Also, you can program many other things. For example, for saving energy, as you know, the most important things in smart home and smart, of course, smart building is saving energy. I can program if the door open for example, 2 minutes. After 2 minutes, if no one closed the door, first pop-up notification on your Lona panel. And if you don't care about the notification, after that, turn off the AC. It's very easy. It's very simple. For example, now I want, if the door closed for 2 minutes, then turn off the AC. Okay, here I'm invalid the commands for the lights. I'm changing the delay to the 2 minutes. 2 minutes. If the sorry, I said if the door open for 2 minutes. Here I put the delay for door close. Let me invalidate the command. Yes. And here I'm going to the delay. Two minutes for door open. Then write my commands here. It's very easy. Double click on the command, and here I write my LONA, subnet ID, and device ID. Then here choose panel control, AC power off. Very simple. The good things for saving energy. It's very useful if you use door magnet in your building. It's very simple and very useful. Okay, is it clear? If anyone has a question about the mechanical switch, please ask me in the chat room. One of our friends asked me, what about the message in LONA panel? About the message on the LONA panel, I will tell you about how you can pop up the message on the LONA panel. Okay, one of our friends asked me, what is the device ID 10? The device ID 10 is my LONA, because I want to pop up, because I tell the LONA to turn off the AC. As I told you before in the last webinar, every time that we want to send any command to the AC, first we send our command to the panel, and then our panel turn on and turn off the AC. For example, for door magnet, for example, in your office or any other office, if one of the window is open or one employee go and open the window, first send notification on the LONA or on the cell phone application. If you go and close the window, it's okay. But if you don't go to the window and close it, it's turn off the AC. Also, you can do this program for the hotel. As you know, it's very useful for the hotel because all of the guests go to the room and then turn on the AC. And when it's cold or it's heat, they are not going and turn off the AC. They are going and open the window. Therefore, with this solution, with door magnet, you can do very good saving energy in the hotel, in the office, in the room, everywhere. And it's very useful. Dear sir, I'm only send the command to the LONA for turn off the AC. Imagine that I'm programming my AC on the LONA. Now I don't have any AC, but imagine that I'm programming my AC on the LONA. No difference between it's my AC is split or VRF or any other type of AC. Any type of AC, when you are programming on the LONA, then you can send the command to the LONA and say, LONA, please turn off the AC. Okay. Let me show you the diagram how we can connect our door magnets or traditional sockets to any type of our digital input. Wait a moment. Also, you can download all of the diagram in tiscontrol.com. Here, before I download the diagram of RCO, and of course, I show you on TIS portal, TIS website, how you can download the diagram. Here, I have the diagram of RCO. And this is about the light log. Okay, here. This one. For example, this is a third-party sensor. And all of the third-party sensor has a two probe for connecting to digital input. This is third-party sensor, 2-pin for power supply, and 2-pin for connecting to the 4Z or any other type of digital input. And here, for example, on RCO2420, we have 20 Zs here or 20 digital inputs here. I'm connecting the first wire to the GND or ground, and the second one to the Z1. Okay, let me go to the other diagram. This is for third-party sensor. Here, for example, traditional circuits, S1 and S2. Again, we have a 1 ground for both of them, and S1 to Z1 here, and S2 to Z2. You can connect all type of the sensor, traditional sensor, such as a smoke detector, gas detector, or any type of traditional circuit. You can connect all of them to the digital inputs. Okay, let's go to the other. Okay, this is the door magnet. Again, the door magnet has a 2 wire. One of them connects to the ground or GND here, and the other connect to the Z1. Is it clear? Okay, let me read your question. One of our friends asked me, can we connect a standard switch as a dry contact? Yes, of course we can. Because all of the panel or all of the standard switch has a 2-pin like this one. Let me show you my traditional circuits. Where is it? Here. All of the traditional circuit has a 2-pin. For example, this one is too traditional. Wait a minute, please. I'm so sorry. Here, for example, this is the standard switch, and this one is S1 and this one is S2. That I'm connecting to the digital input. And of course, in a real, I'm connecting to, let me share my dev search here. And let me do another things. Wait a minute. Okay, now I'm sharing my dev search application here. Okay. And of course, in a status, I'm connecting the traditional circuit to the 4Z. As you remember, I show you. And if I'm connecting, you can see the status here. It's connect. And if I'm disconnecting, the status is refresh. Now it's disconnect. And here, this is the standard traditional switch. But I always recommend you, always, if you want to use traditional circuit for connecting to the digital input, I'm recommend you, it's better to use ding dong switch. It's very useful. Then I show you how to program this ding dong switch on your site, and it's worked very good without any problem. Okay, next question. Okay, one of us, our friend asked me how to get this diagram. Wait a minute. Okay, this is the tiscontrol.com website. tiscontrol.com. If I'm going to the support here, then info center here, you can choose your device here. For example, I choose the wire products, then I'm going to the relay, then I'm going to the RCU controller here. And on the right side of the page, I can see the data sheets here, diagrams here, manual, and also the last firmware version. And of course, you can find all of the other things. Again, let me show you from the beginning. This is the tiscontrol.com website, supports, info center, and here you choose your device. For example, if you want to know about the wireless products, you can choose your device here. And if you need the wired product, you can choose your device here. For example, here I want to know about the RCU. Then I press on the relay, RCU controller, and all of the information of these products here. Okay. Any question? One of our friends asked me a very good question. What is the max distance between the traditional sensor and a 4-zone device? You know, many things you have to note about this. For example, the material of your wire, and if you have any noise on your distribution box, on many other things. But some things is between at least 30 meters. It's okay for 4-zone, no problem. But many other things, it's very important. And the main thing is the noise. About, for example, if your wire next to the 220 volts, therefore it's very bad. You have to notice about your noise and many other things. Okay, next go to the dev search and program the other things. For example, now I want to program my traditional sockets. As you know, I'm connecting my traditional sockets to the RCO. I'm opening my RCO here, this one, 162. Then I'm going to the digital inputs tab here. And also here I have 20 different digital inputs. Okay, as you know, again, my traditional socket has two status. One of them is on and one of them is off. Therefore, I have to change my type to the mechanical switch. When I'm changing the types to the mechanical switch, I have two status, on and off. If I press on my traditional socket, it's changed to the on because it's connect, and when I release it, it's changed to the off. Okay. How I can program? It's very simple. On the off, I don't program anything, invalid. But on the on, I'm writing subnet ID and device ID of my dimmer or of my relay. Here we have one type of command named reverse control. This one. Reverse control means change the status of your light. If it is on, change it to off. If it is off, change it to on. Or let me program my relay. It's better to program my relay, channel number 4. Channel number 4. Then I press the save. Of course, I'm check my status here. Now it's all of them is disconnect. Yes, as you see here, the digital input number 1 is changed to the connect. Okay, it's very good. Oh, sorry, I'm right. Wrong device ID. My relay device ID is 162. 162. Also, you can see the device ID here. The light is on my channel number 3. Okay, let me show you the video how it's work. Wait a minute. Okay, this is my traditional socket. You can see it. When I'm one press, it's changed to the on. And if I'm press again, it's changed to the off. It's very good. Okay, now let me show you the other things. For example, I'm programming this channel on my Luna 2. Let me share my application. Okay, here. This is the channel number 1. Okay. And I want to program this channel on my Luna 2. Here, panel setting, lights, subnet ID and device ID of my relay 162, single channel lighting, channel number 1 on, and the type of the modes of my button is single on and off. Again, let me share my camera. For example, here with the Luna, I turn off my lights, and then I press on my traditional circuit. It's changed to the off because the type of this command is reverse control. And of course, I can turn on the light with the Luna again. Let's work with the Luna. Now it's on. Reverse control. And of course, if I turn it on with traditional circuit, then I can turn it off with the Luna too. It's very simple. Clear? If you have any question, please ask me about the reverse control. Okay, let me read your question. Okay, one of our friends asked me, all this option, it's very good for economy projects. If you want to sign contacts in a low price or in some place, not necessary to use expensive panel, you can use this traditional socket. Yes, it's very economy device. And of course, with the one RCO 24 relay with 20Z, and with 20 simple or traditional socket, you can program one sites, and of course you can program the saving energy, and of course you can control your lights and many other things with your cell phone from anywhere. Okay, next question. One of our friends asked me why you set up commands 162.1, because the 61 is the subnet ID of my RCO, 162 is the device ID of my RCO, and 1 is the channel number 1, the lights that I'm connecting to the channel number 1. Oh, I think our friend confused. Wait a minute, let me share the desktop. Wait. Dear friends, 162 is the RCO. The RCO, this is the RCO 24 out, 20 in. This RCO has a 24 relay channel and has a 20 digital input, both of them with each other. It's not only the digital input and it's not only the relay. It's digital input and relay. This device has a 24 relay and 20 digital input. And of course, the first 12 channel is 10 ampere and the second 12 channel is 5 ampere. Let me share my camera again. Okay, this is my RCO. You can see here, channel number 1, 2, 3 to channel number 12. This 12 channel is 10 ampere. And here we have channel number 13, 14 to channel number 24. And this 12 channel is 5 ampere. And of course, you can connect your digital input here. Z1, Z2, Z3, Z4, and so. Is it clear? One of our friends asked me, is the synchronized between traditional switch and LUNA panel? All of the device in TIS control, all of the TIS device, they are synchronized with each other. If you turn on one light with your cell phone or with traditional socket or with your LUNA, it's in the all of the device, it shows it's on. And if you turn off even from the relay, even from the button in the relay, if you turn off one light, it's showing the other device it's off. All of the device in TIS, they are synchronized with each other. Okay, next question. One of our friends asked me, for traditional switches, it has a pin for 220 volt and natural. It means L and N. It's not N and L. Let me share the diagram again. This one. Okay. This is the very simple. This is the very simple traditional circuits. If you don't have a smart device and you want to connect this device directly to the lights, you connect this pin directly to the line, and this S1 to the lights number 1 and S2 to the lights number 2. You don't have any natural and traditional sockets. Okay, is it clear? And when you press on this button, L and S1 as this article connect to each other and the light goes on. And if you press on this button, let me write something on these buttons. This is button number 1 and this is button number 2. Okay, if you if you are not connecting your traditional socket to the smart device, you want to connect your traditional sockets directly to the lights. you connect these traditional sockets directly to the light. Okay, you connect the L to the line directly and connect S1 to the lights number 1 and S2 to the lights number 2. Okay, therefore if you press on button number 1 here, L and S1 connect to each other, and of course the natural is directly connected to your light, therefore the light goes on. And if you press on button number 2, L and S2 connect to each other, therefore the lights number 2 goes on. Okay, let me share the whiteboard and write it for you. I think it's better. Okay, this is the whiteboard. Is it shared? Yes, I think so. Okay. Imagine that this is our lights. And this is the traditional sockets. Okay. Here we have L. And I imagine that this is the one gang traditional sockets. And here the S1. And here this is our N terminal, natural terminal. Okay. And this is the line terminal. This is in traditional home. Okay, if someone press on this button, L and S1 connect to each other and then the light goes on. Okay, clear? But what happened in the smart system? This is the TIS relay. This is our lights. Again. Or let me show you on the diagram, it's better. How to connect the lights. We're connecting the line to the input number, channel number 1 input, and from the output connect to the load, and again with the output of channel number 2 connect to the load, and all of the load connect to the N2. Okay, is it clear? And for the traditional switch, here we connect L, for example, to the GND, and of course to the GND, L to the GND, and S1 and S2 to the Z1 and Z2. Then on the RCU, we programmed when the Z1 and GND connect to each other, it means that in the mechanical switch, the status change to the connect. We can program everything that we want. Is it clear? Okay. Our friend said now it's clear. Let me read another question. I have to tell you about the reverse control again. I will tell you because I think one of our friends don't understand the reverse control exactly. Yes, one of our friends asked me, can we turn on any channel of relay? Yes, of course. It's not necessary when you, let me share my screen. Wait a minute. One of our friends asked me on the RCO, on digital input, you program channel number 1 on digital input number 1, and he asked me, can we change this parameter? For example, can we program channel number 2, channel number 3? Yes, of course we can. We can program everything that you want here, everything. Even you can open or close the curtain. Even you can play music. You can do everything. For example, here, even I can send command to the other device. For example, I want to turn on or I want to reverse control the channel number 2 of my dimmer. Okay. I send command to the other device with the other relay channel. And of course, it's working. Let me share my video again. Okay, here, this is my dimmer. And this is my RCO. And this traditional switch connect to the Z1 of this device. And I'm programming to reverse our channel number 2 of my dimmer. I can program it very simple. Is it clear, Mr. Sanjay? Is it clear? Okay. Next question. One of our friends asked me, the max section of the wire in digital Z. No need the max or min. Even you can use the Cat5 cable. As you can see here on my 4-zone or on my digital input of my RCO, I use the Cat5 wire. You don't need, he writes for me, 1.5 millimeters or 2.5. You don't need even 1.5. Okay, clear? Okay, let me program one another things for you. For example, here I want whenever I press on the traditional switch, play the songs. It's very easy again. Imagine that the subnet ID and device ID of my matrix is 221. It's very easy. Then here I choose the type audio player. And of course here I choose my source. Then I choose the play specific songs. For example, folder number 1, the songs number 5. And also here I can set the volume of my device. Again, audio player, volume control. For example, on 51%. What is it? Yes, here. And of course I can add another command. In the play mode, for example, continued. It's very easy. When you press on this traditional switch, it's play the songs. Even I can run a scenario. For example, here I can set play this music, and I can set, for example, turn off the LED lights, turn on the hidden light. Of course, I can program one, for example, the lovely scenario on this button. It's very simple and it's very useful on your sites. Okay, is it clear? If anyone has a question, please ask me. Okay, can you see my programming again? Here, I put the subnet ID and device ID of my matrix. I choose the source. Then I set play the specific song, folder number 1, songs number 5. Then I choose the volume of my matrix. I set on 51% here. And of course, I choose the play mode. I choose it, the continue mode. Also, you can program the scenario here. For example, here you can program turn off all the lights, turn on the dancing lights, everything that you want, you can program here. Okay, 1 minute rest. Then we continue about other option of the digital inputs. Hello? Okay. Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Okay. One of our friends said, "Please show me the music player and the camera." Now I don't connect the music player and the this network. I want to show you the commands only. Okay. One of our friends asked me, "Please program the other things." I said here you can turn off, for example, the other lights. If you want to program the scenario, you can turn off the other lights here. You can turn on the dancing light. You can do everything here. Okay. One of our friends asked me a very good question. Let me find it. For an average project like a villa, can we use the digital input functions to replace the fire alarm panel so we can connect our sensor directly to the digital inputs? Yes, of course, we can connect our smoke detector, gas detector, and any type of sensor to this device, and said whenever it detects any, for example, smoke, turn on the siren and sends notification on your cell phone. And even if you have a DLR panel, it can call you. You can program these things. Yes, one of our friends asked me, the ES sensor already have a 2 digital input. Yes, the ES sensor have already 2 digital input, and of course the health sensor already has a 3 digital input. Here I have one health sensor, and I want to show you the digital input on the health sensor and ES sensor. Okay. I want to tell you about can we dim the lights with traditional sockets or not? Yes, we can dim our lights with the traditional switch too. It's very easy. Let me share my application. And here, if you remember, I am connecting two traditional switch to the 4Z, this device. And I think I think it's digital input 2 and digital input 3. Let me check. Yes, it's digital input 2 and digital input 3. Okay, it's very easy, very simple. And let me write commands. Dim. If you want to dim the lights, you choose the mode single on and off. Very simple. Double click here. Here I put the subnet ID and device ID of my dimmer. Single channel lighting, channel number 2. And here I choose the type. I choose the single on and off. And here I choose the modes, dimming modes. Okay, let me share my camera. Okay, this is my lights here, and this is my traditional switch, line press. As you can see, it's dim the light. I hope you can see the dimming. And if I press again, it's brightness, and it's dim. It's very simple and very good. Again, let me show you the program again. If I want to turn on and turn off one lights, or if I want to program only the channel, I can choose the modes here, single on and I can choose the type here, single on and off. Then I'm going to the mode, changing to the dimming mode if I want to dim the lights. And here, the only things that I program, subnet ID and device ID of my dimmer, single channel lighting, channel number 2. That's it. It's very easy. And If you want to program your traditional circuits again, work as a reverse control, it's very simple too again. Let me show you. Let me share my desktop. Here, for example, on digital input number 3, I set the type as single on and off, the modes on and off because I want to program on the relay. Here I put the subnet ID and device ID of my relay, single channel lighting and channel number. Because the mode is on and the type is single on and off, it's worked very good. Yeah, traditional. Is it clear? Okay. Any question? Yes. One of our friends asked me, you mean that the single on and off, like a reverse control in relays, you can use the single on and off for this turn on and turn off the lights too? Yes, they are same in this situation. When you have a ding dong switch, when you choose the single on and off, when you choose the single on and off as a type here, when you choose the single on and off as a type here, it means that it's work like Luna. If you one press, it's turn on. If you press it again, it's turn off. It's good for ding dong switch. But when you have another type of switch, such as the normal switch, it's better to choose the reverse control. Okay. Now I want to tell you how you can connect, how you can enable and disable your digital input. Here we have one button named enable. This button. If I press on this button, you can enable and disable your digital input. For example, here, if I disable this digital input, it doesn't work anymore. For example, if it's digital input number 1, it's related to our dimmer or relay channel. If I disable from here, it doesn't work anymore. Doesn't work. And if I enable it again, it's work. But the amazing thing is that I can enable and disable the digital input with the Luna or with my application or with any other type of panel. Okay, how we can do that? For example, on the 4 zone, we have 4 digital input. Digital input number 1, digital input number 2, digital input number 3, and digital input number 4. Okay. Imagine that I want to enable and disable the digital input number 1 with my LUNA panel. Okay. I'm going to the LUNA panel. On the lights tab, I put comments here. Digital input 1, enable. Okay. What's the subnet ID and device ID of my 4 zone? It's 194. Okay. (194) subnet ID and device ID, universal control, universal switch. If I want to enable and disable the digital input number 1, 251 on. (251) is related to digital input number 1. 252 digital input number 2, 253 digital input number 3, and 254 digital input number 4. Okay. Go back to the 4 zone. Here, as you see, all of them now enable. I'm press on the LUNA button. I'm press on the LUNA button, and as you see, now it's disabled. If I press again, it's enabled. Also, you can do this program on your cell phone application too. It's very easy. What a good question. One of our friends asked me, what in case of RCO? Can we disable and disable the dry input in a RCO? Yes, on the new firmware. As you know, on the RCO, we have 20 different digital input from the flag number 230 to 250. They are related to the RCO. Some number, they are fixed. For example, the flag number 251, 252, 254, 253, and 254 for the 4Z, they are fixed. By default, this 4 flag number of the 4Z digital input for enable and disable the digital input. Or for example, the flags number from 230 to 250 for the RCO, they are fixed. Okay, is it clear? One of our friends asked me, can we, for example, disable the button on the 4Z? Yes, with the LUNA. Yes, of course. When you disable the digital input, as I show you now, you can everyone click on the traditional switch. It's not work. Is it clear? Mr. Chidi, do you understand about how it's arrived 251, 252? Do you understand? Okay. Now I want to tell you how you can program on, for example, ES and health sensor. For example, here I have one health sensor. Okay, here on the logic. As you know, the health sensor has a 3 digital input, but the ES has a 2 digital input. Okay. Of course, for the health sensor, we have some logics. Here we have digital input number 1, digital input number 2, and digital input number 3. Again, like mechanical switch, you can say if it is connect, turn on some lights. And of course, you can see the status here. As you see, the digital input number 3, I'm connected to digital input number 3. Now it's connect, and if I'm move in front of the simple sensor, now it's disconnect. And I can program when, as you know, when it's disconnect means detects the motion. Okay, now I said no move. Digital input number 3. If disconnect, connect means no move. For example, turn off channel number 1 of my RCU. Of course, I can put some delays here. Oh, sorry, I forgot to disable the flags here because I only want to program digital input number 3. Yes, now save. And digital input number 2. Move. Remember, it's not the motion of the health sensor itself, motion sensor. I'm connecting very simple motion sensor to the digital input of the health sensor. Okay, do you understand? And valid. Disconnect means move. 162 single channel lighting, channel number 1 on. Again, if my simple sensor detect motion, the status of digital input number 3 change to the disconnect. And if detect no motion, the status of digital input number 3 change to the connect. You can program the digital input of health sensor and the ES sensor like this, very simple. Do you understand about the health sensor? Is it clear? Any question? One of our friends asked me, can you disable from the LONA the digital input of the health sensor and the ES? If I press on the set device function on the ES or on the health sensor here, you can see the function of my ES and health sensor. For digital input number 1, it's right here, the flag number 251, digital input number 2, 252, and digital input number 3, the flag number 241. Again, you can enable and disable this digital input with the LONA 2. One of our friends asked me, what's the difference between the health sensor and ES10 function sensor? If you go to the TIS catalog and read the function of ES and health sensor, you can understand all of the things. And of course, you can read the data sheet. But if I tell you very shortly, the health sensor has a ECO2, TVOC, CO, temperature, humidity, and many other things. But the health sensor doesn't have any IR emitter. The ES sensor has IR emitter. Please read the catalog and the data sheets of ES sensor and health sensor. Listen to me, listen to me. The digital input of the ES sensor is not related to the 4Z. They are different. They are completely different. You can connect one traditional switch to the digital input of ES, and you can connect the other traditional switch to the 4Z. They are different. But also ES itself has a two traditional switch independently. Clear? They are not related. ES and 4Z, they are not related to each other. They are different. And I think it's better we talk about the health sensor in the future webinar, because now they are talking only about the digital input. Now I want to show you the simple sensor that I'm connected to the digital input of the health sensor. Dear all of the question about the health sensor in the next webinar. Today we are talking about the digital input. And of course, Mr. Turas believed that we have to talking about one things in one webinar, not all of the things in one webinar. I'm so sorry. We talk about the health sensor in the future's webinar. Okay. Traditional sensor, it's detect motion. When it's detect motion, the red LED turn on, and also my light goes on. And if detect no motion, the red LED off, and it's turn off my relay channel. It's very simple and very good. Thank you. Any question? Okay, one of our friends asked me to tell you about the dimming mode with traditional switch. Again, okay, let me show you again. Okay, here I have a 4Z digital input. Under the right contact, I'm connecting one traditional switch to the digital input number 2. Okay, and I set the type single on and off, and of course I change the modes to the dimming mode because I want to dim the lights. Okay, then on the commands I write the subnet ID and device ID of my dimmer, single channel lighting, channel number 2, and here I choose the intensity of my lights. Okay, it's finished. Then with the traditional switch I can turn on and turn off my light, and also I can dim my lights. Do you understand? Is it clear? About the pop-up message on the Lona and on the application, I told you before, it's very simple to pop up the message on the Lona. Let me show you again. Here on the Lona, message, I can write my message here, for example, window open, or you can write it the left windows, for example, open. Here, the left window open. This is the message number 1. If you turn on the flag number 201 of the Lona, it's pop up the message on the Lona. For example, I want, if the door open, pop up the message on the Lona. Okay. Here on the 4Z, I'm connecting my magnet on my 4Z. Here I said if the door open, let me change it to the, I remove the delay because I want to show you it's pop up the message very quickly. Subnet ID and device ID of my Lona. This is the device ID of my Lona. Universal switch, flag number 201, because I want to pop up the message number 1. If I want to show the message number 2, I write the parameter 202 on. Okay. Okay, let me turn on my video. Okay, this is my door magnet. Okay, when I open the door magnet, pop up the message, left window open, and it's beep till I press on the OK. And if I change here, here I put parameter 2 is on. If I change it to the off, the Luna doesn't sound beep, only show the message icon. Let me show you again. I change the parameter to off. Let me share my screen again. Okay, this is the window. I'm close the window. Now I'm open the window. It's only show the message icon here, not pop up the message and not sound beep, because the parameter 2 is off. If I press on the message, it show the message. I hope all of you understand the difference between parameter 2 on and off. Is it clear? All of you, is it clear? Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If you have any question, please ask me. For the application, please ask me to send you a video. I have a very full video about pop-up notification and the application. And maybe I have one webinar, maybe in future we have one webinar about the programming the cell phone application, and I will tell you all of the things about the application. Okay. Thank you for your time, but all of you, I ask you one request. Yes, for the pop-up, the message, one of our friends asked me, we have only 16 flag. Yes, for pop-up the message, we have only 16 flag because the Luna has only 60 message. If you want pop-up message number 1, flag number 201, message number 2, 202, message number 10, 210. Dear all, please read this one, and I ask you, all of you, please write your comments on a WhatsApp or by email to me. I ask you, all of you, please. Here we have, let me see. Today I have around 30 participate here, and I need 30 Of course, I need 30 comments about today's webinar in my WhatsApp or on email. I ask you, all of you, please send your comments, and it's for you. It's better for you because I can do my best. If you tell me your comments, I can do my best for you, and I can improve my webinar. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and thank you for your time. I hope this webinar is useful for you, and of course for your office. Thank you so much. If you have any question, please ask me. If you don't have, bye bye.